In a new lawsuit, Sean Diddy Combs' second son, Christian Combs, is accused of sexually assaulting a crew member working on a super yacht. That suit was filed here in Los Angeles. Attorneys representing former yacht stewardess Grace O'Markey say she was sexually assaulted on board a yacht when she was 25 years old.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen! We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh.
It seems like each passing.
Love, I love you. I love you, my brother. No P. Diddy. I love you.
That seems to confirm Meek and Diddy's secret relationship to the lawsuit that reads like a who's who of entertainment industry scandal. This story is far from over. It opens a new explosive chapter of exploration scandal and special services that reigned in the industry for so long.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen! We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh.
It seems like each passing day brings on new worries for Diddy. If he's not careful, he might just end up with frown wrinkles. But that's the least of his worries considering the long list of people lined up to expose him for the man he truly is. Taking the baton from Cassie this time is everyone's favorite Mike Tyson. Over the years, the former boxer has asserted himself as a figure who delivers the truth without cutting any corners, and this time his target is none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Remember the freak-off parties that Diddy gained notoriety for recently? Well, Mike's got some piping hot tea to spill about that. Just what kind of footage did Mike present to the People's Court to expose the truth about Diddy's parties? And how deep of a trouble is the record executive in this time? Let's find out.
Like, I just believe that was the opportunity, that was the perfect opportunity for something like that to happen.
Yeah, because everybody from all over would meet up in the same place.
The sky's not clearing up for Diddy anytime. Cassie's foundation shook the very foundations of the Bad Boy Records founder, and it seems like Rodney Jones Jr., aka Lil Rod, will be the one to deliver the final blow. On February 26, 2024, the music producer filed a lawsuit against Diddy in the Federal District Court in Manhattan, accusing him of mistreatment, coercion, and essay. If you think that's a long list, wait till you read through the 73-page lawsuit. Turns out that Rod stepped into the ring fully prepared. Between 2022 and 2023, the producer had the opportunity to work with Diddy on the Love album, Off the Grid. However, what was supposed to be a work opportunity that furthered his career soon turned into a nightmare for Lil Rod. As detailed in the lawsuit, Rod lived with the music mogul for months to work on his album, but Diddy made him uncomfortable at various times, forcing him to participate in intimate encounters and making suggestive moves. He was pressured to engage with male workers, exactly like Cassie was. He promised Jones awards for his cooperation, but guess what? Jones wasn't even paid for the work he did, and so he listed Universal Music Group as a defendant as well in his lawsuit. What's interesting is that Jones isn't merely throwing darts at the board to see which one hits the target. Instead, he's come prepared with hours of footage of Diddy's homes to back up his claims. According to the lawsuit, Diddy had all of the rooms in his house fitted with cameras, but in the end, it turned out to be Jones's smoking gun. And that's not all. Rod also dragged a bunch of A-list celebrities into the ring along with Diddy, namely Stevie J, Meek Mills, and Usher. Though the lawsuit didn't directly name-drop Meek Mills and others, eagle-eyed fans noticed one excerpt in the lawsuit that hinted at none other than the rapper. The particular part read, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in physical relations with rapper, redacted, R&B singer 6, redacted, and Stevie J. Meanwhile, the footnote for 5 reads, he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, while the footnote for 6 hinted at someone who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. As for the rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, there's one person who comes to mind, and that's Meek Mills. It kinda makes sense when you consider that the rapper has been suspected of having intimate relationships with Diddy in the past. Heck, even his former girlfriend hinted at it during a sit-down with Soulja Boy.
Love, I love you. I love you, my brother. No P. Diddy. I love you, even if you're a sex worker. I love you. This nigga crazy, man. Enjoy the night, y'all.
In a new lawsuit. Sean Diddy Combs' second son, Christian Combs, is accused of sexually assaulting a crew member working on a super yacht. That suit was filed here in Los Angeles. Attorneys representing former yacht stewardess Grace O'Markey say she was sexually assaulted on board a yacht when she was 25 years old in December of 2022 by Diddy's son, rapper Christian Combs. They say his dad, Sean Combs, leased the yacht and had full control of its staff and the premises. O'Markey's lawyers say Combs turned what was sold as a wholesome family excursion into a hedonistic environment. They stated, quote, defendant Sean Combs fostered and encouraged an environment of debauchery. There was always a party atmosphere filled with suspected sex workers, suspected laced alcohol, violence, and sheer disrespect of women and the yacht's crew. The lawsuit also contains photos of bruises that O'Markey's lawyers say she suffered when Christian Combs violently grabbed her and attempted to force her to perform a sex act. They also included a transcript of an audio recording which they say captures O'Markey being forced to consume suspected laced shots of tequila. A lawyer representing both Diddy and his son Christian said in part, quote, we have not seen this woman's claim, but I'm sure we can expect the same kind of manufactured lies. Diddy is named in the suit for liability, but he was not accused of sexual assault in this court filing. His LA and Miami homes were raided just last month as part of a federal sex trafficking investigation. A series of lawsuits have been filed against the music mogul, accusing him of sexual misconduct.
He then claimed that Diddy forced him to hide what he was going through from his parents.
Your parents were Mary J. Blige, they ain't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
Now, just so y'all know how bad it was, Usher vowed that he would never let his kids do the same thing.
Now, would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
There's also this one interview where the interviewer got him to talk about his experience with Diddy, and Usher grew visibly uncomfortable and reluctant to talk about it. Before he hinted that Diddy used to SA him, but he didn't exactly come out and say it outrightly, but he made it very obvious. The interviewer wrote, Usher became surprisingly restrained. I want to save some stuff for my book one day, he said. I'll put it this way, there was a lot of sex. There's also this blind item that said that Diddy allegedly gave Usher herpes, and that Kim Porter was going to talk about it in her book before she passed.
So what was in Kim's book? You want to hear it? Here it go. Now, I cannot confirm or deny what's in this book, but ain't nobody fit Natasha K. me. So in this book, it detailed his relationships with men, footage of those encounters. It had the names of the men he slept with, a disease. Allegedly, Diddy giving Usher a disease.
Then there's that time where he said this weird stuff to Justin Bieber.
48 hours. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose.
Then there's also the fact that Justin was clearly uncomfortable around him.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
But that's not all, because his former bodyguard Gene revealed that Diddy loved younger boys.
All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into sexual acts with him. There was story that he was trying to get Chris Brown. There's stories about, those young boys that he had, a group B5 or something like that, trying to get them. Yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry.
Well, Miss Jaguar is now spilling some more tea about Diddy. And if there's one thing that we know about Miss Jaguar, is that she keeps her foot firmly on Diddy's neck, and she is determined to expose every last one of his secrets. Now remember Diddy's former bodyguard or armor bearer, Farnsworth Bentley, and how he suddenly upped and ran away from Diddy? Well, according to Jaguar, the reason Fonz left Diddy so suddenly was that he was sick and tired of being Diddy.
On the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course I didn't see that.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on.
They had me a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know,
would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my bag
Daddy, I like when you
right
scrambling
here,
and scraping for shit.
No. That was you.
Police! Help!
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy, when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Help! Police! Help! Police! Help!
Hey, man.
He's like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean, I was
You don't
caught,
go back
and I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth. That's just not maybe, you know.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are.
Claim that Diddy groped his touched his butt. He believes that Diddy was have. He says that Diddy downplayed it just like he as a joke, like, yo, we just playing around.
Allegations of celebrities. We're talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. being shown through still photos of what the complainant says they have videos of.
Just when you thought the P. Diddy drama had settled down, bam, more lawsuits come flying his way. But this time, it's not about a woman, it's about a man. And what's worse, it's not just Diddy in the hot seat this time. Nope, there's a whole crew of big names getting dragged into this mess, and they're not being called victims. They're being labeled as partners in crime. We're talking A-listers like Cuba Gooding Jr., Meek Mill, Young Miami, Stevie J, Usher, Chris Brown, and even Diddy's own son, Justin Combs. Since the lawsuit bomb dropped, it's been crickets from these co-conspirators. But rumor has it that one of them, supposedly Cuba Gooding Jr., is fuming mad right now. And honestly, can you blame the man? He's been laying low, dealing with his own lawsuit drama, and now his name is being dragged through the mud again. It's like his reputation has taken a nosedive, and being looped into this mess isn't doing him any favors. Word on the street is Cuba is firing off some pretty harsh warnings to Diddy, accusing him of exposing him as his so-called gay dog. If these rumors are true, it could spell major trouble for the whole crew. Now, there's this whole chatter about Diddy and his supposed weird friend zone, right? People are scratching their heads wondering why on earth Cuba Gooding Jr.'s name popped up in the co-conspirator list. But it turns out these two might be tighter than we've ever imagined. They could be best buds for all we know, hitting up parties and maybe even getting into some mischief together. Let me fill you in if you're not up to speed. Here's a brand spanking new chapter unfolding in the Diddy saga, and it's looking like the end of his empire might be looming, and not in a good way. Some serious heavy stuff is potentially slamming the door shut on Diddy's career and could send him straight to the slammer. And guess what? That's exactly what's heading his way in this latest lawsuit. But before this happened, just when he thought he could wiggle his way out of trouble, he pulled a last-ditch legal maneuver, trying to discredit one of the accusers and practically begging the judge to throw the whole case out. Diddy's not just sitting back quietly, though. He's trying to paint himself as the victim, crying foul about cancel culture. But before the judge could even raise an eyebrow at his antics, another lawsuit blindsides him, making it his 5th legal tango since November. This lawsuit is no joke. We're talking a whopping 70 pages of pure legal drama, and it's not for the faint of heart because it dives into some seriously disturbing allegations against Diddy, the accuser, Rodney Lil Rod Jones Jr., a producer who apparently worked on Diddy's latest album, the Love album Off the Grid. Jones claims that the 54-year-old music mogul tried to coerce him into accepting a homo relationship, alleging that this kind of thing is all too common in the music industry. We're just scratching the surface.
I'm dead ass. I'll never forget that. That little party I went to, the Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the, cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a backyard with his backyard with a fat ass bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't security. He went in like a little with no security, so it's just me and Lenny. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up there. Upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You know, you met Krishan. Gave her a kiss on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just gonna follow up. I'm glad you fuck with Krishan. And he had Lenny by his neck. It was like, but do you fuck with her? Don't play with her. All she needs is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. And I didn't understand that until my checks start coming back short from the subscriptions of Crazy in Love. Till he started putting people, like personally putting people that doesn't fuck with me, that I had like street beef with on the show. Where's the security at? And all them people throwing eggs, like, it was just like, come on, yo, you playing a bit. And I'm so happy I ain't, like, you got jacked up for that shit already. So fuck you, just fuck y'all. I'm not finna be playing with this entertainment industry and be doing shit for y'all, putting the network on, and then all y'all do is just shit in my face. I don't give a fuck about 2 clicks. So if y'all want to see receipts, we can show receipts. We got receipts.
Sean Diddy Combs' son, Christian King Combs, has been accused of sexual assault. In a new lawsuit obtained by Page Six, Grace O'Marcaig, who was working as a steward on a yacht chartered by the Combs family, alleges she was assaulted by King in 2022 during what was sold as a wholesome family excursion that turned into a, quote, hedonistic environment. Grace, who was 25 at the time, claims King, who was 24, took a particular interest in her. He allegedly pressured her to do tequila shots and aggressively insisted that she drink more. She also says that she believes her drinks were spiked. Grace accused King of groping her in the complaint, and there's allegedly audio of the steward telling Diddy's son to stop touching her while kissing noises could be heard in the background. Grace also allegedly witnessed the Combs family party with a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and consume an array of drugs while on the yacht. Page Six has been unable to confirm the identities of the people in the audio clip.
Alright, y'all. We remember this song. Right? Everywhere. Classic. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? We're gonna back it up, okay? Hold on. And we're gonna slow it down. And somebody needs to tell me how the fuck we missed this, okay? Okay. What the fuck is this? Who is this? And how did this get by us all? What? Okay. And who's this guy dancing up on this? It's gotta be Diddy's fault. What the fuck, Diddy?
Show, y'all might want to sit down for this one, because this whole Surviving Diddy series just got a whole lot more disturbing. Kim Porter's assistant just came out to spill some major tea about how Diddy used to enslave and use Kim. Not only that, but Diddy's ex-security guard, Roger Bonds, has also come out to confirm everything, and he's being exposed to Phil. It looks like Cassie's lawsuit might be the first of many that Diddy's gonna have to settle, because a lot more people are speaking up, and some people are now demanding for Kim Porter's case to be reopened because they strongly believe that Diddy had something to do with her death.
I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter.
Now, for those of y'all struggling to keep up, because there is a lot going on, let me fill you in. Cassie filed a very explosive lawsuit against Diddy for SA and trafficking. The lawsuit detailed how he would put his hands on her, SA her, her and even force her to indulge in encounters with other men while he sat back and filmed it. Initially, Diddy denied these allegations, but ended up settling within 24 hours and reportedly paid her more than double of what she asked for. It's very clear that Diddy and his lawyer paid Cassie off, so they could just make this whole case disappear. But it looks like they were wrong, because her lawsuit just opened up a whole different can of worms, with some people even speculating that he probably had something to do with Kim Porter's death too, because of how awfully similar he treated both of them. In fact, right after Kim died, her former stylist revealed that Kim was working on a tell-all book to expose all of the awful things that Diddy had put her through, as well as his alleged secret gay parties, and how he used to make her indulge in encounters with other men. But just before she could release the book, she was found dead, and Diddy sent his lawyers to stop the book from being published. There was actually a leaked conversation from somebody from the publishing company Kim was working with, telling one of their family members that they couldn't pull through with the book because Diddy's lawyers had served them with court papers ordering them to stop the release of the book and demanding that they submit everything that Kim had given them to him. The message read, "Just wanted to let you know that Sean has put the clamps on Kim Porter's book from making it to the shelves." Yeah, he done put that pressure on all parties that were involved in the process of putting this book together. Sean's lawyers have stepped up to the plate and hit him with that paperwork. Also, he's asking for any information, footage, documents, etc. that contain private information about him or Kim to be seized, and they have 3 business days to surrender it.
That seems to confirm Meek and Diddy's secret relationship to the lawsuit that reads like a who's who of entertainment industry scandal. This story is far from over. It opens a new explosive chapter of exploration scandal and special services that reigned in the industry for so long.
Yeah, I'll be back to talk about it real soon though.
After these rumors started spreading like wildfire, Meek Mill jumped onto Twitter to fiercely defend himself. He posted a bunch of messages trying to set the record straight, arguing against what people were saying about him. In his tweets, Meek seemed really upset and stressed the point that he would stand up to anyone trying to smear his name with lies. No man or what would ever approach me about DL activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. Some were just saying that he tried a little too much going on with the full defensive mode, which certainly was a hint at him being truly hurt by these allegations.
I think sometimes Meek falls victim to, I have to explain myself because they be playing with my name.
However, his Twitter rant could be a part of his contract with Diddy. As you know, the music mogul makes everyone sign NDAs to protect himself from a backlash. And this just made several people assume the Meek Mill became another victim of Diddy's disturbing producing. As one person commented, men and boys being mistreated isn't funny. This is absolutely abhorrent. I hope P. Diddy goes to jail and gets plenty of his own medicine. And another user added, it's true. Diddy is such a manipulating pig. He's videotaping people and they don't even know about it. Video and pictures people who do these things to people always pay. Things heated up even more when Meek got into a bit of a fight online with DJ Academics, who was just sharing the news on his platform like thousands of us are doing these days. The Philly rapper didn't hold back in expressing his displeasure, which showed just how tense this mess had gotten for him.
Over me, I'd be like, I know I'm better than them in that category, that specific category, and it might make me feel...
But then, the situation took an even more serious turn. An audio recording leaked that supposedly captured a very private moment between Meek and Diddy. This recording caused a huge stir because it seemed to give some weight to the rumors that were flying around about these two. The person behind this big Meek and Diddy reveal shared more about the context of the recording. He claimed that during one of Diddy's parties, the music mogul made sure everyone else was too out of it to really notice anything by spiking the drinks. But this man didn't drink, so he was fully aware of what was going on. He decided to record the sounds he heard because he couldn't believe what was happening. It was that shocking to him.
Like, everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes.
Things spiraled out of control for both Diddy and Meek Mill. And while the disgraced music mogul has a lot on his hands right now, Meek is left completely alone to deal with mounting allegations of him selling his private parts for fame. Yet, another seemingly innocent footage has surfaced recently. The center of this storm is a video of Meek swimming in Diddy's pool after the party, which may look innocuous at first glance. But here's the thing. Diddy showers Meek with praises in quite a suggestive manner, labeling him a king, and openly expressing his pride for this man to achieving so much.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy.
You putting in that work.
This affectionate comment has sparked widespread speculation, as many believe it was filmed shortly after a private encounter between the two, like the one we've all heard on the audio. The internet, with its insatiable
It truly is about the Benjamin. Oh yeah,
P. Diddy was up to no good. Okay, he looked like he was grabbing up on Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wasn't having it.
And I never said that all that stuff was planned in advance, man.
Yo, Iron Mike, so you believe that all that was plotted before any fight, any shit that ever happened?
It seems like each passing day brings on new worries for Diddy. If he's not careful, he might just end up with frown wrinkles. But that's the least of his worries considering the long list of people lined up to expose him for the man he truly is. Taking the baton from Cassie this time is everyone's favorite Mike Tyson. Over the years, the former boxer has asserted himself as a figure who delivers the truth without cutting any corners. And this time, his target is none other than Sean Diddy Combs. Remember the freak-off parties that Diddy gained notoriety for recently? Well, Mike's got some piping hot tea to spill about that. Just what kind of footage did Mike present to the People's Court to expose the truth about Diddy's parties? And how deep of a trouble is the record executive in this time? Let's find out.
I just believe that was the opportunity, that was the perfect opportunity for something like that to happen.
Because everybody from all over would meet up in the same place.
The sky's not clearing up for Diddy anytime. Cassie's foundation shook the very foundations of the Bad Boy Records founder, and it seems like Rodney Jones Jr., aka Lil Rod, will be the one to deliver the final blow. On February 26, 2024, the music producer filed a lawsuit against Diddy in the Federal District Court in Manhattan, accusing him of mistreatment, coercion, and essay. If you think that's a long list, wait till you read through the 73-page lawsuit. Turns out that Rod stepped into the ring fully prepared. Between 2022 and 2023, the producer had the opportunity to work with Diddy on the Love album, Off the Grid. However, what was supposed to be a work opportunity that furthered his career soon turned into a nightmare for Lil Rod. As detailed in the lawsuit, Rod lived with the music mogul for months to work on his album, but Diddy made him uncomfortable at various times, forcing him to participate in intimate encounters and making suggestive moves. He was pressured to engage with male workers, exactly like Cassie was. He promised Jones awards for his cooperation, but guess what? Jones wasn't even paid for the work he did, and so he listed Universal Music Group as a defendant as well in his lawsuit. What's interesting is that Jones isn't merely throwing darts at the board to see which one hits the target. Instead, he's come prepared with hours of footage of Diddy's homes to back up his claims. According to the lawsuit, Diddy had all of the rooms in his house fitted with cameras, but in all, Rod also dragged a bunch of A-list celebrities into the ring along with Diddy, namely Stevie J, Meek Mills, and Usher. Though the lawsuit didn't directly name-drop Meek Mills and others, eagle-eyed fans noticed one excerpt in the lawsuit that hinted at none other than the rapper. The particular part read, Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in physical relations with rapper, redacted, R&B singer 6, redacted, and Stevie J. Meanwhile, the footnote for 5 reads, he is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, while the footnote for 6 hinted at someone who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. As for the rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, there's one person who comes to mind, and that's Meek Mills. It kinda makes sense when you consider that the rapper has been suspected of having intimate relationships with Diddy in the past. Heck, even his former girlfriend hinted at it during a sit-down with Soulja Boy.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay.
Soulja's baffled laugh in response to Nicki's comments and Nicki's sly smile didn't go unnoticed by fans who think that the monster singer might have been trying to drop some hot hints about her ex-boyfriend. However, Meek wasn't pleased seeing his name being dragged into the mix like that. Following the lawsuit, he took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to shut down the rumors, saying, I'm from Philly, I don't do coke or freak Molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. Lol. He then turned the conversation on every black blog that chose to portray him as gay when he was actually doing his best to give back to the community. As for Usher, well, that's been a controversial subject in the industry for years now. In case some of y'all don't know, Usher was sent to live with Diddy at a young age. The plan was for him to learn the music business from one of the best of that time, but Usher allegedly ended up